I will do. Hello, this is Megan, here with my assistant, Trevor.
It's me, Poncho.
Sorry, Poncho. That's not his name.
I'm the assistant to the director. Not the assistant director, the director's assistant.
Yes. There's a four-leaf clover.
Hey, there is. Nice. I guess
Yeah, we get to both be lucky.
We're both lucky?
Yeah, we both saw the four-leaf clover. Clover.
Closer?
Closer.
That leaf's gonna be a closer.
What?
I don't know.
Nice try.
We fixed the controller. In previous episodes, I've been complaining about it being a little, shitty. And not, working. I don't know how else to say it. So, we realized that I had been playing with the one that I played with as a kid. So its thumbstick was just worn the fuck out. Yeah, this is much better. Alright, cool. Boom. Let's go ham. We're in the distant spring, Megan.
Yeah, the water level.
Tell them about your four-leaf clover.
Yeah, so if that intro sounded rehearsed, that's because
We got about 5 minutes in, and the controller was like, "Nah, you gotta start over."
yeah. I did that because I wanted to tell this story I have about when I was in first grade and we had to catch leprechauns. We didn't have to, I guess.
Well, I mean,
It was a school project. Never mind, we did have
quit
to.
pushing each other off.
They just want to be close to you. Aww.
They just want to not work. Oh, those fucking slackers.
Anyways, so we had to make these little traps for the leprechauns.
Leprechaun traps.
Yeah. And I made a trap that I had great success with once or twice before with my hamster. My hamster had escaped from her little cage. Whiskers.
The cage was named Whiskers?
No, my hamster was named Whiskers.
Aw.
And it was adorable.
The name or the hamster?
Both.
Well, there you go. Ah!
They're trying to drown you.
They almost crushed me with the giant repair-type bolt.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
She had escaped from her cage because I guess she didn't love me.
Oh, no!
No, I'm sure she did. I was very nice to my hamster.
Hamsters are just like that.
I gave her, like, peanut butter and everything. Which is, incidentally, part of my trap.
Frogs can't hurt me if I don't look at them.
I
It's actually true.
took the lid of a popcorn popper, which was this kind of a little bit old-fashioned.
What is a popcorn popper? You mean like what they use at the movie theater?
No, it was this machine tool something that would have a metal bottom, which I... Oh no.
He killed 20 Pikmin, that motherfucker.
That's sad. Which, I got lost in my train of thought. Oh, which had you put oil in it for tastiness.
Obviously.
Obviously.
For maximum tastiness.
And for also popping. And it had this, like, metal thing that went around in circles. You can't see my hand motions, but
I've seen those.
This is how I remember things.
It just sort of goes in a circle from a pivot in the very center.
Yes.
Yeah,
to, like, stir the popcorn and prevent it from burning. And as it did that, your popcorn would pop and fill the lid, which is shaped just like a giant bowl, thus allowing you to.
Wait, was the lid like the upward concave or downward concave? Like
upward concave.
What kept the Pikmin? What kept the Pikmin from falling out?
It was upward concave.
Okay. Look at this guy. He's gonna kill Pikmin after he's already dead.
Oh,
motherfucker.
No.
I
They
hate
are the worst.
Polywogs. It's alright though.
Um,
With all this stuff we're getting, we're gonna end up with more blue Pikmin than when we started. And killing the enemies is good.
Yeah, that's how you get things done.
And we keep the area safe. Plus there's a bunch more nectar over here, so I can get more flowers anytime we need. Don't carry it over towards the enemies. What are you guys doing? Look at these scrubs.
Where was I?
You were making a trap out of a popcorn popper.
Yes.
With a bowl for a lid.
Yeah. It's
Eventually.
essentially just a bowl. I had it propped up with a stick, and to that stick I tied a bunch of little strings, zigzagging all around the bowl to act as like a trap. When the hamster walked past one of them, it would pull the stick out, and the lid would come down and trap it in there.
This motherfucker.
And in the center of this trap, I had a little bowl with peanut butter and seeds for the hamster to eat.
That's how you do it.
In the morning, I got up from bed and found my little hamster in there.
Aw, it works!
It did work.
Hooray!
And I had to do that twice. I don't know how I managed to lose her again, but I did.
She's fucking napping out here. I'm not going to crack that open because that egg contains one of the most dangerous enemies, probably the most dangerous enemy in the game. And,
You're scared?
well, if it'll only come out if we leave him there to hatch for later. Swarm him!
So I adapted that to catch a leprechaun because it was such a good trap.
Yeah,
It
and
already worked.
they're about the same size as a hamster.
And the way I lured this leprechaun in was to use 4-leaf clovers all up inside the trap, because, you know, that's their thing. They like 4-leaf clovers.
Is that really how that works? They're like attracted to 4-leaf clovers? Like they're like bait?
I don't know, but that's how I did it. I was in 1st grade.
I mean, if you caught a leprechaun then...
Yeah,
you know,
I did catch a leprechaun.
You can't deny your results.
You know, I set up, I didn't use the popcorn popper, I used a box.
But the same technique.
Same technique. Zigzags and stick. And my whole class, and several other classes, I think maybe all of 1st grade, set up our traps in the classroom before going to lunch. And when we got back from lunch, all the traps had been sprung, and there was gold all around.
Oh my god!
Because, you know, you catch a leprechaun, they give you their gold.
And then go back into the ether?
Yeah, just like in Artemis Fowl.
Yeah. No, she wasn't a leprechaun, she was a member of the Lep Recon Squad.
Same thing.
No, she was an elf. Or a fairy.
Leprechauns weren't actually a thing back in Artemis Fowl.
Alright, you know what? You can believe whatever you want to believe. Where'd the part go?
I take fantasy books very seriously.
Why is the part over there? What are you doing? What the fuck?
Well done.
I honestly,
I don't think you'll be getting this done in one day.
No, I don't think I'm going to do the speedrun tech of getting it done in one day either. I'm sincerely hoping that because I haven't gone over there yet, and I'm not looking at it, the enemies aren't loaded. Oh, I can hear the bulborbs moving.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the gold turned out to be chocolate.
Oh, they're fine.
Wrapped in, like, gold leaf.
Oh, that's some bullshit. I think you caught a fake leprechaun.
And it was pretty cute. It was a little... It was one of those things they do for small children to get them to be creative and such.
You don't think that the traps would have worked if you were an adult?
I mean, they would have worked, but I wouldn't have believed that there might be leprechauns.
I wouldn't have believed. Yeah, now that the more I think about this, the more I think that the teachers actually did you a disservice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I figured out that they're...
Trying to get you to believe in imaginary creatures. What did they do next? Read to you from the Bible?
Actually, that never happened, despite the fact that I was in Georgia.
What a rarity.
Yeah, I was in North Georgia, next to Atlanta.
Look at these assholes carrying the guys. Not only are they not carrying it through the water, despite the fact that they're blue Pikmin, they're also not helping build the bridge that's blocking them. What a bunch of assholes.
What an asshole.
Oh, I should have brought some yellows with me.
I almost said there's no Santa.
Oh my god, don't ruin it for my viewers. The average age of someone watching YouTube is 11 and 3/4.
Alright, if they don't know by then, I'm disappointed.
No. Zoomers are very stupid. They don't know.
I don't think they're that stupid.
12-year-olds today are like 6-year-olds 10 years ago.
Definitely not.
We're aging. That's like Benjamin Button or
But
something.
our president did say he hasn't changed since first grade, so I don't know
He
anymore.
hasn't learned anything new since then.
His personality hasn't changed.
I thought I grabbed 12, but okay. Come with me, my flowery friends. So much nicer now. There's no frogs.
There were 2 other stories you wanted me to tell, right?
Yeah, something about...
Two video game stories.
Yeah, something about you being young and playing video games, and then something about a controller.
Yeah, well, you were saying that girls are less represented in the video game world due to early sexism.
Yeah, particularly among speedrunners. I think there's more trans women than cis women in the video game speedrunning community.
Yeah. So when
Get out of
I
there, dude.
was a little kid, like probably 11 at this point,
That's all we got? Just...
um,
Alright.
and first of all, I was really lucky to have even been like exposed to video games because they're supposedly a boy thing, and that's what parents do.
No girls allowed.
And the reason for that is actually because the video game makers early on decided, well, has to be for one gender, because that's how game stores arrange their...
It was really because of the toy aisle.
Yeah, the toy aisle.
They had to decide which toy aisle they're going to put them in.
And they said, well, let's put them in the boys' toy aisle.
Oh
And
God,
thus,
I
they
hesitated.
became a boys' toy.
A boy toy?
Yes. And you know the straights are not okay.
No, the straights are not okay.
If it has to be for one gender.
It can't just be a toy for kids.
No.
Like a hoop with a stick.
You can't have boys playing with something pink or wearing something pink, and you can't have girls playing with something that's for boys.
Exactly. They might get funny ideas about gender roles or their sexuality.
That's how you turn them gay.
Yeah. Your kid wants to play with a Ken doll?
Not allowed. Kid wants to play with the G.I. Joe? Not allowed.
Well, if it's a guy, it is.
Well, yeah.
That's the
And
secret.
then, you know, even if you get into video games as a girl, you go online and
Wish you hadn't.
wish you had to.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this happened to me. And I'm telling cute,
Oops.
happy story, sad story, cute, happy story.
Alright, we'll get back to the happy one at the end here then.
Yeah. So I was online playing Diablo 2 and StarCraft. Was it StarCraft 2 or 1?
Probably 2.
Yeah, probably 2. And especially on the StarCraft one, because it had a chat that people used more.
Oh, snitch bugs.
I would get
Not worth
tired of being called he and him, so I would say that I'm a girl, and that was a mistake every time.
Excuse me, I'm a girl.
Well, I mean, it just doesn't feel right when you are a girl, and
Everyone thinks you're a 12-year-old boy.
yeah. And when I said that, I would suddenly start getting like creepy messages that at the time I think I was too young, so I guess I might have been 10 to even understand. Like, I didn't realize it until later.
How creepy it was?
Yeah. So they would suddenly start... Creepy is the best description that I want to give.
Yeah, I mean, how else are you gonna say it?
And there was this
Come back here, you little shit. I will fuck you up!
created game, because for the online StarCraft, people would make maps and
No.
games that people could play. Like one that was a long hallway where you would run through it and had to escape essentially the flood version of species in that
The
game.
Zerg, yeah.
Yeah, the Zerg.
The custom maps scene back in the day was so fun.
Yeah, they were really cool. And this particular custom map was a hostage thing. Like, you had one person that was the hostage taker, and the police that had to negotiate. And then, you know, they had like 4 or 5 hostages. And the hostages did get to kill the hostage taker at the end, because there was this place that you could go turn into a weapon, basically.
Eventually.
A spaceship.
Yeah.
Once you got released. And I did know a trick that you could just create unlimited spaceships from yourself. You just had to stand in the perfect place. But in that game, if I said that I was a girl, suddenly they would make me get naked. There was a place in some versions of it where you could go stand and it would turn you naked. And I was like, that's weird.
What?
And I was 10 or 11.
That's
maybe
fucked up.
even 9, since I didn't know anything about sex. And it's pretty fucked up. And that's one of the reasons that girls get scared out of playing games.
Yeah, you go online and wish you hadn't.
Yeah, women just don't use audio chat, and they don't say their
Sorry,
gender.
no mic, smiley face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I find it really sad.
Yeah, I mean, everybody goes online and gets harassed, but women get it especially bad.
Yeah, and they say things like, you're a faker, you don't actually like to play the game because you're only playing because of your boyfriend.
And you're just like, bitch, I'm 9!
And that happened to me when we first played Magic, too.
Yeah, I remember that. What did one guy ask you?
If I was in the
girlfriend league. Yeah.
If I was here to play or in the girlfriend league.
Yeah. It's like, are you here to play or are you here to watch your boyfriend play? It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, and then another guy asked, did your boyfriend make this deck for you?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
And then at one point when we were playing Commander...
And these guys weren't even, like, trying to be offensive. They didn't realize how stupid what they were saying was.
No.
I still blame them for it, but, like, because fucking open your eyes, dude. But, jeez.
And there were a lot of other slights, but at one point I was like, I don't know if I want to come here anymore.
I was like, this sucks.
I was getting treated like an other, and that just doesn't feel good.
And the best part was, 2.5 years later, by the time we left that city, you had become known as someone who regularly won the event.
Yeah, I would win all...
And so people went from being like, oh, I got paired with the girl this round, free win, to being like, oh, I got paired with Megan, I'm a walking by.
Yeah, and I played, like, control decks, which, in my opinion, are the hardest to play, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, they're probably the hardest to play. Except for some, like, really obnoxious combos.
Yeah, I don't like combo decks.
No one does.
I never play them. I mean, I don't like playing them.
No one likes playing against them, at least.
Yeah. Well, I just don't like, decks that only do one thing, ever.
Yeah, it's nice to have some variety in your gameplay. There we go.
I like to make choices, and I like to make tough choices.
Ooh.
And one time we were playing Commander.
Look at these. So I mentioned the other day, yellow or flower Pikmin can get rooted if they if they get killed while they have flowers.
I remember that.
So these guys got squished by frogs.
Well, they got shoved into the ground.
Yep. The other ones that died in the water won't sprout though, because the Pikmin can't grow there.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, unfortunate.
You remember that time you and I were both playing against randos?
Yeah, we
Commander?
were both playing Commander with some randos, and somebody asked me a question about your deck.
Several times.
And I was just like, ask her. She's sitting right here. She built the deck. Why do you think I would know?
Actually, I don't think you were paying attention. It was Jose that did that.
Oh, yeah? Well, somebody pointed it out.
Jose said, just ask her, it's her deck.
Yeah. Ugh.
And I'm very non-confrontational. I can't stand it. Like, I didn't say anything because I just don't like getting
in a fight.
any confrontations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just too shy, and...
I mean, being non-confrontational isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that was one of the other things that just made me unhappy there. That's also why I stopped playing against randos. But that wasn't the story I was gonna tell.
Oh, that was a different story.
Yeah, it was a different story.
Oh, you got time.
When I was a kid, I played video games with my brothers. And aside from bullying me, like one of my brothers bullied me. The other one was old and more mature.
At that point, it's like it's no longer cool to bully your sister that's 5 years younger than you.
Yeah. So he didn't bully me. Sometimes he would stand up for me. And my brother that actually we play D&D together now.
Yeah, the older you get, the easier it is to be like, all right, we were both dumb kids.
Yeah. He would bully me, and we played Halo together. When I was younger, we played Sonic, and I didn't realize it at the time, but
you must have been
isn't controllable.
You can't play with Tails on the second controller in the first Sonic game. You just thought you were playing with your brothers. I gotta admit, that's pretty funny.
That's adorable.
Giving your kid sibling the controller that's not plugged in is kind of like a rite of passage for people who play video games. I feel like that's pretty common.
They included me in a way. I must have been like 4. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, you were young enough not to realize, so like if you're young enough to get thank God he fell before he went over that pit. He's got like an elephant snoot and he just went yeah and threw some Pikmin. Hey.
And we would play competitive, like, you know, free reign Halo comp against each other. I can't think of words right now.
Slayer? That was what the kill your opponent's game type was called, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we played that against each other a lot. And they always gave me the Mad Catz controller. And those controllers are bad. So I am officially blaming that on why I always lost.
Here's your controller, bro. It's become a meme.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, flowery boys. I had to say, that's pretty funny. I feel like a lot of people have that experience of, oh, they always gave me the crappy controller, or they always made me be Luigi, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
In case you couldn't tell, I'm taking a little longer than I need to in this playthrough because I'm a bit of a completionist. And killing all the enemies makes me feel satisfied. These are the Pikmin's natural predators that we're eliminating.
Yeah, I mean...
We're here to destroy the ecosystem, basically.
You're here to have fun. There's no need to rush.
Yeah, we can take our time and kill every single Bulbar. Grab his ass! Kick him while he's down! My depth perception is so bad I couldn't tell where he was for most of that.
That's story time with Megan.
Story time with Megan. Thanks for coming to today's episode of Story Time with Megan.
You had never had that,
That what?
You've never heard the leprechaun story.
No, I didn't know that you caught leprechauns. That's pretty funny, actually. Having you all go to lunch or recess or whatever, and then you come back and... the leprechauns were here! That's exactly the kind of thing you do with, like, Elf on the Shelf. Which, honestly, I find just super creepy. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Does this already work?
I'm concerned, girl.
Elf on the Shelf is a Christmas tradition where you put an elf up on a shelf in your house, and it's like a toy, you know? I'm sure someone's making money off of the trend, but basically, it's weird because every day you're supposed to put it in, like, a new place. Like, it's like Toy Story, right? Mm-hmm. It only moves when you're not looking. So it's also like that monster from Doctor Who. The statues. Which it makes it a lot... Makes it... Honestly, that's creepy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story would be creepy as hell in any other context. So want to take bets on whether these guys are going to go the safe way back, or if they're just going to run off on the other direction where I haven't cleared any of the enemies?
I vote other direction.
Looks like they're going the safe way. That's good.
Toy Story.
We only lost 2 Pikmin fighting all these guys.
Of another cute story I have. When I was a very young child, I had seen Toy Story, and I think I took it to heart.
And you were nice to your toys?
I was always nice to my toys, even before Toy Story, because I'm not a dick.
You're just a very considerate, like, heartfelt person.
Yeah.
You know?
I always honor my support. And I
Always
treated-
GG your support.
Yeah. Even unless they
These
were
guys
flaming me.
lame, right?
If they were being dicks to me,
Oh, yeah.
I don't honor them. But if they were just bad at the game, I'll still honor them. Anyways.
You get a GG even if you suck.
Mm-hmm.
That's good sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship.
Their gigantic eye stalks are closed. Oh, they're glitching out.
Had like a computer box sized thing with like
What?
when I had this like giant box that we bought a computer in,
Okay.
and remember how big monitors used to be.
Oh.
So I had that, and I stored all my stuffed animals in there, and I would rotate through them to make sure they all got a little bit of time with me when I would sleep at night.
Oh, that's adorable.
And then,
You made sure they all got a turn being loved.
yeah, I did. I had favorites, obviously. I would play
Wow,
with those more.
okay, you immediately ruined it.
But still, I made sure all of them would sleep with me like at least once a month or so.
They all
I had so many
got
of them.
love.
And aside from that, when I had like a nightmare or was a little bit scared or spooked
Spooped.
from like a scary movie or something, or just because I was afraid of the dark or something like that, I would set up stuffed animal sentries around my room.
Wow. Also,
would-
can I say that was some damn fine marshalling, not a single Pikmin fell?
It was very good, Trevor. And they made me feel safe. I would sleep through the night, unafraid.
No, I'm trying to... So they would keep you, in return, the stuffed animals were loyal to you.
Yep.
And only to you. So
I
when
mean-
your time came to challenge your brother for the throne... Oh,
No.
I was thinking of something else.
They protected me from all the things in the dark.
All the scary things. Didn't you also have a blanket with tigers on it?
Yes, and it had to be facing the proper way.
Yeah, they can't help you if they're upside down. I mean, don't be silly.
My mom gave me that blanket at some point because I was afraid, and she was like, please leave me alone.
Please let me sleep through the night for once.
And it worked.
God, why did I have children?
I was an adorable child.
You were a cute kid. I've seen pictures. She was a cute little girl. You had such a big forehead.
I got made fun of that for that. It was a 5 head for sure.
It's okay for little kids to look weird. You're not like developed yet. Like you haven't like got all your features yet. You don't even have like the right face. Oh, so many flower boys. Are we burning? It's just my brain cells.
I don't smell anything.
Must just be me. I sometimes smell smoke when there's no smoke. I have no idea where it comes from. Either I'm imagining it, or I have a very sensitive sense of smell, and like a gnat just flew into my GPU, you know? I don't know. Get off of that.
That's a good thing to have a sensitive nose for.
Smoke? Yeah, I don't think so. Get up there, you little fuckers.
So, maybe that concludes story time with Megan.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If you're good, we'll tell you another one tomorrow night. Oh, wait.
I used to think I was good at writing.
And then you grew up and went back to read the stories you wrote when you were younger.
Are you turning them into a different color?
I am. This is a candy pop bud. And when you throw Pikmin into it, they sprout out at a different color.
That's crazy.
So the goal is just to get the part down from that ledge, because I'm not going to be able to get it back to the ship today, I don't think. The only bad thing about candy pop buds is no matter what kind of Pikmin you put in terms of bud, flower, or leaf, they always get planted as leaves. Did one guy... Did 3 guys just...
Oh no.
But look though, the blue Pikmin are lifeguards.
Oh.
They'll throw them
One just really wants to drown.
Oh, yeah, he just wanted to die.
Life is pain for a Macy's.
Apparently life is pain for a yellow Pikmin. So he decided it wasn't worth it. I love the little sound they make when they're
he
done.
got rescued.
Yeah. And some of them you might have actually seen got thrown. Can I throw them all the way across this? Nope.
I find that adorable.
Nope.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Alright, I'm just gonna try to get the part, because, would you fucking stop?! They're sliding down the hill! Stand over here! Oh my god!
Oh, you're so nice.
Trying to save his fucking life. I'm not gonna be able to get the part now. You know what? We're going for it.
Are you about to lose all of those Pikmin?
Nope. Nope, it's gonna work out. I hope this is enough to get the part down. Oh, it is not gonna be enough. That part is big. Alright, let's really see how many it takes. 20. Oh, I have 20. Shit! Fuck! I could've done it! Shit!
Now you gotta run over and get them.
Oh no. Oh god. I hit the- Oh fuck! I hit the geyser. I'm so mad.
I was drinking!
She about spit take.
Oh no, you left so many behind.
Those motherfuckers. They kept sliding back into the water. And they wouldn't just walk away. Oh wow, the Pikmin I did not bring back to the onion all vanished overnight. How many were there? 92. Jesus Christ.
Oh
Um.
no. That's really sad. Oh. Oh no. You're gonna start over.
We're gonna do that day again.
I don't blame you. That's too sad.
That was too pathetic, is what it was. Those, and then I went back to get him and ran right into the geyser and was like, "Bzz, nope." I would have had 20 if I'd gone for the part too. I'm so mad. Oh man. You okay there? She's still trying to hold it in. Did we get those guys over there yet? I think we did. Okay.
You got distracted by my awesome stories, that's all.
Yeah, that's all it was. Your stories were too good and they distracted me.
You were still thinking about them. How cute.
Still thinking about that, that 5-head.
Did you tell him about that comedy sketch?
Which one?
The 5-head.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
On the cruise.
No, I don't remember. Why don't you tell him?
Oh my god. He remembers, but he wants me to tell him.
No, I honestly do not know what you're talking about.
Well, on the cruise, there was this comedian.
We went on a cruise last year.
Yeah, no, it was the year before.
The year before.
This comedian dude.
You can see how well I remember. I don't even know what year it happened.
Who called 3 couples up to the stage. Newlyweds, people who have been married for 5 years, and
okay.
people who've been married for like 50 plus.
We did the new. It wasn't
No.
a comedian. It was just the Newlywed Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
But
know
like,
what that is.
hilarious, or
Yeah, well, and it was better than the televised version because
This
it's always
was-
better live and unscripted.
this was a rated R
And it was rated R.
Newlywed
Yeah,
Game.
that also helps.
So he, first of all, they had to do ridiculous things to even get up there. Like,
Yeah, whoever could give the best impression of their lovemaking got to go on stage.
and there was one they were like just spanking their partner. It was
Yeah,
great.
the lady was spanking the guy, and the cruise director or whoever it was that was running the show was like, all right, I've seen enough. you two.
The oldest couple, the one that had been together
50 years.
50 years. Like, it wasn't required to be 50 years, but it was just the people who had been together the longest.
What was their names?
I don't know. I don't remember names.
His name, I remember we laughed about it. He had like the perfect name for his old man persona.
Yeah.
It was like, well, what was it? I don't remember it now.
This couple was the most funny.
Yeah, because they clearly had known each other for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And when they... So for those who don't know how the Newlywed Game works, which I just said everyone does, but now I'm going to explain it. Basically, they send one partner away, and they ask the other partner questions about their spouse. And then they call the spouse back in, and they read off the answers, and the spouse gets to go, "That's not my favorite food," or
no,
"That's not what I think of your mother."
They don't read off the answers. They ask the other person.
Oh, right. That's right. They ask the other person what the answer would be, and then they have to reveal what they actually said.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the first questions that old couple got asked was, the guy got asked about a girl he'd gone out with.
Who was the last person you went out with before you married your wife?
And he spent 5 minutes like, oh, I don't remember.
He just
think of the name.
It was like, oh, it was 56 years ago, Come back here, you piece of shit!
And then he named like some very obscure-ish name. And when his wife came out, she named him immediately that same name.
She immediately knew. Like, she clearly had thought about it a lot more than him in the last 50 years.
He just didn't want to say it.
Oh, you think that's what it was?
I think so.
Well, what's the matter? It was 50 years ago. She's still mad about his ex-girlfriends. Like, come on.
But maybe he cheated on her with him or
Ooh, I don't know. They didn't say that.
They wouldn't.
Well, yeah.
Or maybe they would.
I don't know.
They were pretty crazy.
50 years ago, we first met when we were having an affair.
Or, like, he could have said that he was a virgin, but he actually had sex with her, or something like that. It seemed like there was
boss fight music because he's got to fight his wife now.
Yeah. And that was the first funny question, because he just spent so long pretending like he didn't know. And then next he got asked, what is your least favorite, like, visual characteristic of your wife?
I think that was a different couple, actually.
No, it was the same couple.
Oh.
I remember because they were ancient.
I believe you.
And he put his hand to his head and said 5 head.
Immediately.
And when she came out and got asked the same question about herself, she immediately put her hand to her head and said 5 head. And
they
just
both knew.
Something about the word 5 head instead of 4 head it's stuck in my mind since then.
Had you not heard it before that?
No, I hadn't.
Oh, no wonder it made such an impression. Yeah, that's a common insult for big foreheads. Instead of a 4 head, it's a 5 head.
I thought that was just a them thing.
Oh, no, that's other people say that. These slackers.
I hadn't heard it before then, and I haven't heard it since then.
Well, it's kind of a mean thing to say to somebody.
It is.
You tell them they got a big ass forehead. It's not an attractive feature.
I had a 5 head as a kid.
Yeah. And I can say that because it was a long time ago. And now you have a 4.5 head, and it's much better.
There were a bunch of other funny questions, but those were my favorite.
Yeah, the whole newlywed concept is pretty fun if you get good couples that actually answer honestly, instead of people that just say something nice, Like if you the way it's funny is if you disagree about something, or if one of you gets caught out not knowing something that maybe you should have known. That's what makes it funny for the audience. Bad for your relationship, but funny for the audience.
These were great couples. I mean, if you're willing to pretend hump your wife in front of everyone.
If you'll pretend to fuck me on the stage, I think the 5 head thing we can forgive.
Yeah.
Stay up there, you little sluts. You know what?
Alright,
Just
now.
gonna leave you guys here.
Don't drown anyone.
Yeah, I'm getting this one first now, because I gotta get my revenge. He's like, oh, shit, I'm sorry, I was asleep.
They sound so scared.
They're being eaten by a carnivorous flower.
And having their whole DNA changed.
Yeah, probably. If you could be eaten by a giant flower that would turn you into a yellow person, would you do it?
Nope.
What if it gave you gigantic ears and allowed you to use bombs?
Nope. If it turned me into Olivia Wilde, I'd be down.
Ooh, I'd be down.
Excuse me?
You could be like that lady that had all the cosmetic surgery to try and look like Barbie, except you're just trying. Hey, what the fuck? I wasn't. They were already yellow. God damn it. How many are over there? Oh fuck, I ain't gonna count that. 20! Perfect!
Nice. You nailed it.
And I only need them to get it down from that ledge, too. Like, the speedrunners actually can get Olimar and the Pikmin up here, like glitching up over there. And so it's, actually it looks a lot easier in the speedrun. Just because you don't have to do all of the candy pop crap.
I mean, if you were fine with killing your Pikmin,
I'm missing every single one. What do you mean?
you could just
Fuck!
drown them.
No!
I'm just saying, if you were okay with killing them, you could drown them.
No, I'm fucking... Come on, man. I'm trying so hard to put these guys into the flower. There we go.
I would not be okay with killing them.
No, I would not be okay with drowning them. That's so mean. I do find it really funny when we were watching a speedrun earlier of Pikmin because it's so crazy the kind of stuff that they can do in that. And the girl that was doing the speedrun had a blue Pikmin. She just missed her group of blue Pikmin to carry a part out of some water. And they all started carrying the part except for one who just like decided to take a break. Like he just stayed dismissed and didn't didn't give a fuck that their Pikmin carrying a part past him. So she was like, oh crap, I gotta go back and get him. And she went back to get him, and when she went back to get him, she grabbed him and threw him off the edge of the stage. I just lost my shit. It was fucking hilarious. It's like, oh, she's gonna go back and save that one Pikmin. It's so nice. No, she just wanted to make sure he paid for his weakness. I do love the sound they make when they're done drowning, though. As sad as it makes me that that's what's happening. God, this part takes forever to get, huh?
It does. Guy's drinking it. Weirdo.
Going for that nectar all by himself. That's pretty bad nectar. There we go, that's a little better. Alright. I just need, like, a handful of blues to get this other part. I can have all of these guys take this one back. Let's go, lads. I'm not gonna get caught out this time. I don't think I'm actually getting any more done this day than I did yesterday, except not leaving 92 Pikmin behind is kind of a big improvement.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
No Pikmin left behind. That's the name of this run.
Can you imagine? You're just standing out there, waiting.
Just waiting.
For your
Oh
friend.
God, it's like that dog that waited for his owner at the train station for 20 years. It's too sad.
Or that dog that waited in Futurama.
Yeah, that was based on that story. It was based on a real story. Did you know that?
The train station dog?
Yeah. No, the one from Futurama is based on the train station dog. It's a real story. Did you know that?
I did know that after you told me.
Just now?
Yeah, just now.
I've known that for like 30 seconds, so yes, I did already know.
Yes, I already knew that 3 seconds ago.
Yeah.
That.
I forget the dog's name, but basically it's exactly what it sounds like. He would go to the train station with his owner every morning, and he would hang out at the train station all day. And when his owner got off the train for his, coming home on his commute, the dog would be there at the train station waiting for him. And one day at work he had a heart attack or something and never came home. And the dog waited for him for 20 years. Every day went to the train station and waited to see if he'd come out. Oh, are you going to cry? Oh god, I'm going to make my wife cry.
Maybe.
I know, but it's like, God, the loyalty. It's like, just the loyalty alone is such a beautiful thing. Like, it's so admirable.
It's so sad.
And I mean, like, the dog had a family. He wasn't like a sad stray after that. Like, people noticed what was going on, and somebody put 2 and 2 together and figured out why this dog was hanging out at the train station every day.
He just wanted his best friend to come home.
I know! He was waiting for his best friend to come back.
Cry.
It's just like the episode of Futurama.
Oh god, that killed my heart. Like,
Yeah.
he was waiting outside the pizza shop, and then when he like laid down to die, I broke into tears and can't handle it.
Like open, like ugly sobbing type crying. Yeah.
I can't handle it when animals die in shows.
Oh yeah, so much worse than people getting killed in shows.
For sure.
Well, I don't know, that's not true. I think I was more upset about the wife at the beginning of Up than I was about the dog in Futurama.
No, that's the other way around for me.
Alright.
Because I'm a monster.
Yeah.
Of course, I watched Up when I was on Topamax. And
Yeah.
then later I watched it again and was not
When you're on
surprised.
Topamax, which is an epilepsy drug, you just don't have emotions anymore.
Yeah.
You basically become like an even-leveled zombie. Nothing can make you cry. Nothing can make you laugh.
If you...
Oh, she's actually crying, guys. The sad dog.
If you
We're gonna read his Wikipedia article in between episodes and cry
no.
some more, and we're gonna get through this together. Don't worry, guys. There'll be a link in the description to his story.
One night,
It's so beautiful.
I couldn't fall asleep, so I was reading Reddit, and there was a story about a cat that was there was a fire in their house, and the cat was laying in its favorite spot, and it died of carbon monoxide poison. And I cried, and Trevor woke up.
I remember that. And then I was like, oh, what's wrong? What happened? And you're just like, I read a sad story about a cat.
And you were just like, I can't believe this.
Well, see you in the next episode.